Is pursuing an artistic career worth it, even when it's hard? This is a question that I've been pondering recently. Hello, I'm Diana Christine. I'm a filmmaker currently balancing film school, my day job, and self growth. I make videos documenting the lessons I learn along this messy journey of building my dream creative life in hopes of inspiring other creative women like me. I aim to be honest about all the ups and downs of pursuing a creative career because I hope that it inspires you and it makes you feel less alone as you pursue your unconventional path. I really create for other women who are the cycle breakers, who want to pursue something that is unconventional but true to them. And I speak to you as someone who is doing just that, living life for myself. I've been going through a rough patch, to be honest. I'm a filmmaker and I'm currently in film school. And film school is very rigorous, especially for someone like me who has to work part-time. I work as a barista part-time and I have to make ends meet. And I also have to do my best with my art and show up in school. And it just feels like there's so many things going on at once. But something that's been anchoring me is remembering a few things, and I want to share with you what's been helping me in case you're someone who is going through the rough part, because I think that there is a glamorization of chasing your dreams, right? Going for your dreams, going for your passion. And I'm someone who I generally do pride myself on being someone who chose an artistic path because it's not an easy decision to choose this life to be an artist and to really have conviction in that, right? Like I truly believe that I'm an artist and that that's my role in this world, and we all have our different roles in this world, our different purpose. But I want to share with you what's helped me in case you're trying to pursue an artistic calling as well, or maybe you want to start a business, like whatever it is, when you're doing something that is not traditional, I feel like it can be very isolating. And that's why I share videos, and that's why I like to share my journey online, because I want to be the person that I needed, and the person that I need, and hopefully find other people who resonate with me. I've been dealing with burnout this year. I'm finishing up my first year of a 2-year MFA program, so I'm going to be getting my master's in film, and we have to make a ton of short films in a short amount of time in the program, which has been super rigorous, but it's also been really rewarding. And that's the thing, there's highs and there's lows, and some of my highs have been finishing projects that I'm proud of and writing scripts that I'm proud of, and like being able to stay true to my vision, right? Even in film school, like that's something that I always set out to do. I was like, I'm going to make things that are true to me. I make art that is centered around women and emotions, feminine, intuition. I really make work that celebrates the divine feminine, and I'm really proud of it, and I can't wait to share more with you. Right now, I just submitted my thesis film script, so we made a bunch of short films that it's going to eventually lead up to the big thing, which is a 15-minute thesis film, so I'm really excited about that. One thing that really helped me was therapy. Like my therapist told me about perfectionism, and that's something that I worked on this year. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, I think it's important to do what you can, and remember that making, or at least working on your art a little bit each day, really helps. And that's something that has rung true for me. For example, with writing my script, when I was working on my thesis script, and I'm still working on it, I'm still editing it and everything and polishing it. But when I write a script, even working on it for, let's say, 20 minutes a day, that's better than nothing. And 20 minutes can be a lot. Like you can get a lot done in 20 minutes. Do not underestimate the things you can get done in a small amount of time. You don't need like an insurmountable amount of time. 20 minutes a day to do your writing or to edit your film or to work on your business idea that it counts, because when you step away from it, the gears in your head keep turning and you don't stop thinking about your story. When you step away from the laptop, when you step away from your notebook and you go out for a walk or you go about your day doing your errands, you can still write in your mind because you're still getting ideas, because you connected with your art for that day, or you connected with your idea, right? Whatever you're doing. Another thing that has been helping me recently is not being so hard on myself. I think this ties into perfectionism, but for example, with class assignments, I think just for me, I had to realize, like, just submit something, do your best, even if it's not a masterpiece. Like, you're in school to learn, and whatever you're doing, like, take it as an experiment, and you'll become a better artist by making art. You'll become better at whatever you do by doing it over time. And the mistakes are how you learn. And I think I had to not be so hard on myself for making mistakes, because when you make a mistake, it teaches you how to not do that for next time, and it gives you invaluable wisdom, and it's something that only happens when you do. And also get feedback frequently. Getting feedback is really helpful for me. For example, with my scripts, getting feedback from my professors or getting feedback from friends, from peers. It's really helpful because I can implement it. I can see what resonates with me, and I can make my work better. And showing your work to other people helps you see the blind spots that you don't see, because when you look at something and you get so familiar with it, you might not really recognize what could be better or how you can make it better. And you don't improve on your own. You improve by sharing and getting feedback from others, being tapped into a community of some kind. Like, find people in your community or even online who are doing something that you want to do, and connect with them and ask for help. That's something that is helpful for me because I was able to do that in my film school program. I'm tapped into a network with my classmates and professors and mentors and equipment and resources like that. And my last point is about rest. What's funny is that the more that I rest, the more I get done. The more I rest, the more things work out for me. It's so backhanded, you wouldn't think it works that way, but it does. Like, the more I sleep, the more I make time for myself, and the more I make time for self-care, the better I perform, the better things turn out. For example, I've been making it a point to really get enough sleep. Even if I feel like I didn't get my homework assignments done for the next day for my film classes, I still get enough sleep, but I wake up a little early and then I work on my assignment a little bit. And like I said, you can get a lot done in 20 minutes. So I put a timer, 20 minutes, I work on my assignment and I get it done, and then I turn it in and it's good enough. And I did it, it doesn't have to be perfect. That doesn't have to be a masterpiece, but it's something that communicates something, and it's something that fulfills the assignment. Sometimes, you just gotta realize that your rest and your self-care and your well-being is important. I also watch my comfort shows. I watch my comfort movies, or I read a book, I do something that is relaxing, because I think that we can get so caught up in the hustle, especially if you're trying to be an artist, right? It's hard work. I think there's a misconception or some sort of idea that artists have it easier, that all you do is right, all you do is this, all you do is that, right? But it's not easy. It's not I think there's also this conception about people who make content, people who make people who are influencers, right? I think that things that are not conventional are deemed as unserious and not hard work, but it's hard work. It's hard work. And you have to take time to rest. You have to take time to do something that fulfills you and makes you happy. And I can't even tell you how helpful it has been to give myself days off and allow myself to have days off. I can get a little emotional talking about this, because in my first semester of film school, I didn't let myself have days off for a few months. I thought it was completely fine. Pausing for that siren. But I thought it was completely fine to not have any days off. I had an internship, I had my barista job, I had film classes, I had film assignments, and I was so burnt out by the end of my first semester, and I learned the importance of taking days off and not being productive 24/7. You don't have to be productive 24/7 and over deplete yourself and overgive. Like, have boundaries with your time. Like, your rest is important, your energy is important. You don't have to give it to everyone. And even having boundaries with friends, with loved ones, like, you have to say, like, I can't show up for you for this, I can't go to this because frankly I'm tired. You have to be okay with setting those boundaries for yourself and being okay with not being everything to everyone all the time. Take those days off. Like, you don't, just because you have free time, it doesn't mean you're free. Just because you have a day off, it doesn't mean you're free to do this for someone, to hang out with this person. Maybe you just want to take that day for yourself and use it for whatever you see fit. And that's totally fine and okay. And you're entitled to that. But I think that brings us to the end of this video. And that's what I had to say for today. And going back to the question at the beginning, is pursuing an artistic career worth it, even when it's hard? Well, obviously, I want to say yes, because being an artist has stretched me in so many ways. It's helped give me a purpose. Like, pursuing filmmaking for a few years now has given me purpose. Having this YouTube channel has helped me find purpose. And at the same time, it's not easy, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I never want to sugarcoat anything. But my answer is yes. I hope that what I shared in this video helped you and gave you some helpful reminders for when you're feeling overwhelmed on your path, because you're not alone, and it's totally normal. It's totally okay to have mixed feelings, but just remember why you're doing this at the end of the day, and remember that you can take it at your pace and that your path is unique to you. And that it's going to work out, Go take a walk in nature if you need to. Go take a nap if you need to. But just know, like, take it day by day and just keep going little by little, because it will all add up and accumulate. That's how I feel kind of looking back in my path, because all the things I worked on are leading up to this time right now where I feel like I'm building my film portfolio, and I'm going to continue making bigger and better projects. And I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to welcome you with me on that journey. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. I will talk to you in the next video.